All right, guys, we're back with some more Monster Energy Supercross for today. This is 2022 Glendale. Now, this track, last week with A2, I thought that was my best track I had ever made as far as a replica goes, but this track might be better. This track, I feel like we perfected it. Aesthetically, it fills out the stadium. It looks very, very similar from the top-down view as the track map. And it plays really, really well in the game. The way I built the track, it isn't set up. It has the right amount of jumps and whatnot, but it's built to be fun in the game. So there's some quads and whatnot that they probably won't hit, but it works so awesome in the game. And I will validate it, but before we do that, let's jump into it and get a track preview of 2022 Glendale. Alright guys, for this video I wanted to do something a bit different. I decided to do a race against the AI because we have first person for the first half of the video and third person for the second half. So if you're a third person player, stick around. We got third person coming up for the second half of the race, second half of the video. But this is 2022 Glendale. This track came out awesome. I really do feel like we perfected this track in Supercross 4, okay? Not saying it's the best replica of Glendale you'll ever see, but I do feel like it's one of the best you'll play in Supercross 4, which I will validate the track. It is on PC, so if you aren't on PC, you can't play it. But yeah, the track came out awesome. Now this rhythm section, we go triple, quad, triple, single. And the reason I chose to have that single, the whoop, is because the flow into the corner for having the single, it works so well. Okay, it works really well to have it that way. If it was a jump, you just don't have that flow into the corner. The way the physics are, it just doesn't really work. And so I chose to make it that way. There is a different line through that rhythm section. This rhythm section, we're quadding to the first table and then tripling to the second table. I don't believe they will hit that line in real life. I mean, we have seen it where they can triple off of a table, but I just don't feel like they will hit it that way. This section is quad, quad, triple. And there is a different way to hit this section, but that's the main way. I didn't really have a problem. I believe we messed it up one time during this race, but for the most part, I feel like any average player probably can do that without, you know, having a mistake. Now, the way I built this track, well, wait, first, this section after the finish line, this can be a triple. Oh, we hit it here. Triple, double. Works very, very good. It's a decent alternative if you can't hit the quad. I don't feel like it's a ton slower, a bit, but you know, not a ton. Now what I was trying to say is that the way I built this track for the quads is that you have to come out of the corner like perfect. You can't mess it up at all, or you don't get the quad, or you have to land the triple or whatever it is before the quad just right, and then get on the gas and have a preload to hit the quad. That's how I built the track. Very similar to how we did A2, last week's track, but this track, it's more fun. It's definitely more fun for me to play this track. A2 was great. It was a really great track. Again, not to toot my own horn, but A2 was great. This track is better. I feel like we perfected 2022 Glendale in Supercross 4. So I will validate it. I don't know if I said that. I will validate the track so you can play it. It is on PC. I'm pretty sure I said that. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, but yeah. And here we go with some third person. If you were waiting for third person, here it is. Or if you skipped ahead, hello. We were talking about the track, but overall, awesome. I really don't know what else to say about it. I do show you a few different ways you can hit it, especially here coming up off the first turn. You can hit that first rhythm section differently, which we do. You can triple in. Instead of quadding to the first table, you can triple and then jump off the first table to the second table and then step off. Definitely isn't as fast, but if you have buddies and you're racing online, whatever, we race the AI and they got in the way, you had to hit that section a bit different. And we do hit this different, but again, I already said it, it is meant to be a quad. I don't believe that the pros are going to hit the track this way. I feel like they're probably going to have a ton of triples. It'd be cool if there was a quad somewhere for them, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I just don't feel like, I mean, I don't see them going quad the length of the football stadium. That might be a bit much, but you never know. I also don't know if they will have that Dragons back after the finish line. Maybe they do, but I could also see them taking it out. I mean, last week, the A2, they took out the whoop section before the sand and made it a triple. And then they took out the Supercross triple when you turn across the start straight and made it a triple or something. So probably they do change a bit, but for now, this is correct. And it is fun in the game. Now, I do want to talk a bit about the race. Tomac and Craig took the wins on the night. And Tomac looked awesome all night. And I just felt like it was his night. He could go wherever he wanted on the track and still was super fast. Awesome to see Tomac get a win. And Craig caught and passed Moseman. And just kind of showed that he's the fastest guy right now. It's his championship to lose, so good for Craig. But the biggest questionable or controversial move was probably Anderson taking out Roxon. So they both went into the sand section, and their lines came together, and Anderson took out Roxon. Like, KO. And some people feel like it was Ken's fault. Some people feel like it was Anderson's fault. I don't know. I mean, Ken can't really break that hard in the sand, but he should have taken the inside. Anderson could have passed him somewhere else probably, or didn't have to go that hard on him. But he had Tomac all over him, right? He had to get by him now, or Tomac's going to pass him. I feel like it could have went either way, right? I don't feel like it was really anyone's fault. I mean, Anderson has the reputation of being a bit aggressive, so, I mean, that doesn't help. But even Anderson himself said that he could have or should have made a better move, and, you know, it had to happen. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about that. I'm really curious to see how you see it. But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. It really does mean a lot. And until the next video, take it easy.